Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Again, in my car, I will try to get some kind of like mount somewhere so that we can have a better appearance in the car. I own a Honda Civic, so everything in here is made out of plastic, so it's gonna be hard to find something. I might buy like a suction cup at this point. Or a suction mount. So we might try that, but who knows. But once again, I'm going to pick up my brother, so excuse me if you see my hands doing things, blocking frame. It's just how things are. So, but I want to talk briefly about the Golden Globes, because apparently they're still a thing. I don't know why. I'm keeping it brief because I've talked about it before on this channel, but in that context I was kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I can say with now certainty that the Golden Globes are dead. The show is officially dead, even though they are planning to return on television this year, which I think is dumb, for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know who's going to tune in for the show, and two, did I say one? And two, I don't know who will be appearing at the show, because all the celebrities in Hollywood has basically just wrote out the Golden Globes, so I have no idea what they're going to do with that. It seems, and if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since, because from what I remember, the Golden Globes, they got shunned because of the lack of diversity in their journalism, speak, use words. Sorry, I'm a little tired. The lack of diversity within their journalists, but also their credibility went out the window because they were apparently being paid to say positive things or nominating things that weren't necessarily good, and they know they weren't good, and just to get celebrities in there. So it's funny to me that they're still trying to make it a thing, even though Hollywood has written it off. Last year they did it through Twitter. They just announced their shit on Twitter, so I'm surprised they're not keeping up with that same idea. Maybe they're just hoping that they can, with the return of it, maybe they're hoping they can garner in a couple more viewers, but I suspect that that's not going to work. But this show is dead, and I'm glad it's dead too, because it was also a meaningless award show. Nobody goes to the Golden Globes to watch, the prestige. There is no such thing as prestige in any award show anyway. Even the Oscars is not even that prestigious anymore. I feel like the Oscars reached its peak last year, really. The whole, because was anyone talking about any of the winners from last year? Absolutely not. We're still talking about Will Smith's slap thing, which, get over it, but that was the highlight of not only the Oscars, but of just the entire show. Nothing has surpassed that as the best moment in Oscars history, at least to me. But also, it just kind of surmised the Oscars as a whole. They're just, they're kind of all about themselves. They don't really have much of a meaning to their name anymore. Like I said, it's kind of just at this point. I don't really care. But more so with the Golden Globes, I just never have gotten the interest with the Golden Globes. Besides seeing celebrities getting drunk, that's the only thing that I can think of that people tune in for when you see the Oscars, when you see the Golden Globes, is just seeing celebrities getting sloppy. That's really it. So I don't know what NBC is doing. I think that they're hoping that the show will garner some viewership, but I don't think it will. show's been dead for a long... It's been dead now for about, 2 or 3 years? Because when was the last time they had the Golden Globes, on camera? It was, 2019? So it's been about, 3 years? Yeah, so... It's been dead for a while, and I don't think anybody cares. Let alone Hollywood. Hollywood has just written it off entirely, so they're not going to tune in. No celebrity's going to show up, even if they do nominate a bunch of people, because we know that they're going to. That's just what they're going to do, because they've already have shown to people what they truly are. I don't care how many times they're going to change their stuff. They've said that, we'll be more diverse, which that never was an issue to begin with, but whatever. We'll try to be more credible. We won't stoop to those levels, which is total bullshit, because that's exactly what they've been doing, and they continue to still do it, even when the show has been basically canceled. They're still trying to find ways to get people to come watch their show, and it's the nature of award shows that they bring in these celebrities because they're big names. It's not because they actually did good work. It's just because they're notable, and that brings in people, and that brings in viewers. That's just how it all goes down. So when you hear these big names pop up, like the Elvis dude, or whatever the fuck, anybody else, don't be shocked, because that's just them falling in line, but also it's them just trying to get people to come to their show. So when they say that they won't stoop to those levels, they're just flat out lying. It's just how it is to build an award show. It's just a very, very, there's no escaping that. So it's dead, and I'm glad it's dead, because their credibility was non-existent. And it was just also completely... all award shows are meaningless. The Oscars had some merit to it for a while, but then, again, stuff just, ripping out categories, which, by the way, I guess they are now, reinstating those categories, or letting them actually have their time to shine, because, again, their decision... I don't know what it is about award shows, but they just make the stupidest decisions ever. They make some of the dumbest decisions that they can do for their show. The whole diversity thing. We talked about the gender neutral categories not too long ago, which is so fucking stupid. What else was there? There was eliminating those categories for, trying to tighten up a show and all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna do an awards show, just be about the fucking awards, okay? I don't want to... I don't care about the musical numbers. I've never cared about celebrity appearances. I don't care about the comedians. I don't give a shit. Just tell me who won, The best thing the Golden Globes ever did was what they did last year, which was just showing it through Twitter. Just put out a list. That's all I care about. I just care about who won. I don't care about these rich people laughing at each other. It's just whatever, But the Oscars has a slim chance of maybe making a recovery. I doubt that they will make a recovery. I think last year was kind of the epitome of it, just kind of putting everything in perspective. But the Golden Globes, that ship has sailed a long time ago. So I don't know what the hell they're trying to do with trying to bring it back. Because, yeah, I've watched some of the Golden Globes in the past, but it was I just kind of stepped in and then stepped out. I never actually watched it the whole way through. Because again, they've never meant anything. They've never meant anything. It's just for mainstream networks to have their say in awards categories. It's just for these film journalists, which I've said in the past, have a very narrow-minded view on film, and they've only seen basically mainstream stuff. They've only seen also what other people have seen. They have other journalists, they're not well vetted. So of course, it's again, it's a surprise that all the nominations turned out to be the exact same as the Oscars or anything else. Like, it's just like, they're not suitable for voting, but they want their voices heard. So that's where they fall into, is the Golden Globes. That's where you get Entertainment Weeklies and the fucking Varieties and all that other shit. That's where they put their voices, is in the Golden Globes. Yeah, I don't think the show is coming back, and thankfully it's not, because all that shit that went down with their credibility went completely out the window when it came out about all their getting paid and being sent to hotels and shit. Basically being like, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? They were basically treated like royalties, and then with that, they decided to give a glowing review based on their treatment, and not being, fair, and also again just nominating crap just to have people in their show. So, but yeah, it's dead, and I'm glad it's dead, because it never meant anything ever. It was just a meaningless area for journalists to insert their opinions. And as we can tell sometimes, with the Golden Globes from those years ago, sometimes these journalists aren't always legit. Sometimes they get paid. Sometimes they are obligated to give a certain review. Golden Globes kind of gave a little bit of a window, a peek into that, because it is true that people do get paid for reviews. That absolutely is a thing. People definitely get paid to do a certain review. They definitely do this and that. It totally happens. So, is it any wonder that most times when mainstream premieres happen, that most of the times it's overwhelmingly positive, but then when it hits theaters, it gets a very different response. You know what I mean? Is it any wonder, because they are being groomed, they're being treated a certain way, they're being treated like royalties, going to premieres, talking to actors and directors, so of course their experience is going to be a lot more positive, and hence their experience watching the movie is going to be a lot more filtered. And they're going to be having a different mentality and a different review. It's just all this crap. That's why I always say never trust premiere reaction, because they're always blind. They're always like, it's like coming out of a party and then asking someone, hey, did you enjoy the movie that we watched at the end? If you had a really great time at the party, yeah, you're probably going to say you enjoyed the movie as well, because it's like, you know what I mean? I'm not like that. I separate my feelings, no matter where I am. I try to keep a strong mentality. But these journalists, they're just like, oh, well, I talk to these directors and actors and all this stuff, so, just so I can get to the next premiere and, to keep me in good relations, let me give them a good review, even though mentally and, really emotionally, I just don't feel that it was that great, It's happened many times. It's happened. They just don't talk about it. And the Golden Globes kind of gave us like a little peek into that sort of world. So, yeah. Don't trust premiere reactions, ever. And never watch the Golden Globes, because they're just never means anything. Unless you like seeing people getting drunk, then go right ahead. But that's going to do it for me. So, what did you guys think about... Or what do you guys think about the Golden Globes returning? Do you guys think it means anything? Or do you think like me, where it's just like, okay, what the fuck? You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for this review, guys. I'm going to go pick up my bro now. And let me know if you guys enjoyed our first little collaboration video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe we'll do more in the future. Who knows? But you guys let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.